Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here to join us this evening to celebrate the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod's inaugural Artist of the Year, Joe Hay. We are so happy to be here in the fabulous Chatham Orpheum Theater in beautiful Cape Cod, and I say that because we have everyone in the room here, but we also have people viewing this evening from all around the world. We're streaming it live, so especially we're hoping for your friends and family across the pond, as they like to say. So we're so excited for tonight. This evening we are going to also unveil this painting by Joe Hay, which is a part of Persisters, her series, her acclaimed series of trailblazing women. And I can't be more excited for tonight for you and for all of us because it's such a treat. I will mention, because as I am the Director of Development, Amy Tuttle, sorry I didn't introduce myself, of the Arts Foundation, we will be auctioning off this beautiful painting at our gala on June 9th at the Hyannisport Club. And information on that is at the back of your program book. So I'm going to start things, but before I do that, we have a surprise message for someone very special to Joe. And with that, I'm going to step aside.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jonatha Brooke, and I am thrilled to be celebrating Joe Hay with you today. I'm in Minneapolis, but and it's still snowing. But anyway, I thought I would share this song called No Net Below because I think it speaks to the persistence and the defiance and the audacity of being an artist and surviving. Getting up there on the on the trapeze platform and jumping again and again and again, whether there's a net or not. And so I share this with you now. It's called No Net Below. And congratulations, Joe Hay. I'm such a fan, and I can't wait to see what you do next. It's that I leap and then I look at all the chances that I took. I feel the air, but I miss the catch, so I have to swing back. My timing's all wrong, and the ladder is gone. All I can do is swing till it's all net below. All I can do is swing till it's all net below, and I can let go, and I'll still look you in the eye. It's the longest goodbye. I'll feel the air, but I'll make the catch. I won't swing back. My timing is clear. I'll never fear. I'll swing till there's no net below. Yeah, I'll swing till there's no net below. Then I'll let go. Congratulations, Joe.
Jonatha Brooke. She is a well-known singer, songwriter, folk rock performer, and if her voice sounded familiar, she is also has done some Disney music soundtrack from Neverland, right? It was so good. Anyway, so that was just lovely to have a world-class singer here. She's on tour, so she couldn't make it tonight, but I know the two of you are very close friends. So tonight, what a wonderful night to celebrate someone who has dedicated her life's work to the arts, which connects us all, challenges us all, and we are thrilled to honor Jo Hay this evening. It's an exciting time for the Arts Foundation as well, and to work with Jo as our very first Artist of the Year has been incredibly special. It's really a gift to me personally and professionally. The first time I saw Jo's work, I was at the Commons in Provincetown going on a tour with Pete Hawking, and I walked through the gallery, and I think it had just been hung, and I said, "What is this?" And it was these big, beautiful portraits of women who have been persisters and had really pushed the edge of the times. And I spent so much time looking at each portrait, and at the end, there was a picture of Jo, and it was actually the picture that we've seen quite a bit, I think, and with her bio, and I was like, who is this? I've got to meet her. And so ever since then, I've really enjoyed getting to know Jo and have built a great friendship with Jo and her wife, Carolyn, who couldn't be here tonight, but we say hi to her as well. So before we begin the presentation or the program this evening, I'd like to thank Rogers Gray for sponsoring the unveiling, as well as Joe Carr and Josh Wines. So thank you very much for doing this. And William Ravis, who is our official real estate agency of Cape Cod. So thank you to William Ravis folks. I'd also like to thank our board of directors. Thank you for coming tonight and supporting this new initiative. We're super excited to make this change. And also the Arts Foundation team. So thank you, Jordan, Amy, Marianne, Chris, who can't be here tonight, and then all of our volunteers, Beth Gilmore, Jennifer Dooling, who's also on our board, Shelley Thompson. Thanks so much for supporting us tonight. We'd also like to thank our patrons. We see quite a few patrons here tonight, so thank you for coming and providing the vital annual support that we desperately need, especially in the times right now. So we are, as Amy mentioned, we're in the beautiful Chatham Orpheum Theater tonight, and I want to introduce and thank Kevin McLean. Is he here? I'd love to invite you up to tell us a little bit about the theater. But my first question, come on up, Kevin, is how many people, this is your first time here in the theater?
There we go.
Excellent, excellent. So it's always nice, right?
Yes, it's always nice. Well, thank you very much, and thanks everybody for coming. My name is Kevin McLean. I'm the executive director of the Chatham Orpheum Theater. And special thanks to the Arts Foundation for allowing us to host this evening. They've been wonderful supporters of the theater since our reopening in 2013. Our theater was originally built in 1915. And it was part of the Interstate Theater Group in Orleans and in Harwich. And it was a regular movie theater up until the 80s, and then it became a live theater. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Ray Charles performed here. This is, for those who saw the movie, The Finest Hours. In the movie, it wasn't in the movie, but the town was in the theater, in this theater, when the call went out to go to the dock when the boat was coming in with the rescue from the Pendleton. And so the theater has a lot of history in our community. We reopened in 2013 as a community theater, and we do lots of arts, lots of in the arts, and so we really appreciate being able to host and thank everybody, and welcome to the and on behalf of all of us here at the Chatham Orpheum Theater, thanks so much for coming, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Cajun, Board Chair of the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod, and welcome to this wonderful event in a theater. It's just amazing. So on behalf of the Arts Foundation, it's an honor to be here to celebrate the power of the arts and how it has helped us in our lives, and especially in the past 2 years. We are here to celebrate an individual who represents the best of the arts, and to recognize our inaugural Artist of the Year, Joe Hay. This award honors a Cape-based artist whose work shapes thought, inspires, and creates a deeper sense of connection in our community. A panel consisting of AFCC board members, staff, supporters, based their decision on craftsmanship, artistic quality, creative ability, and whose work aligns with the AFCC's mission to support, promote, and celebrate the arts and culture of Cape Cod. They agreed Joe Hay was the perfect fit. Roughly 6 years ago, Joe Hay turned to the arts when she was seeking meaning, understanding, and direction at a divisive time and a moment in our country's history. And so she started the Persisters series, a series of large-scale paintings featuring trailblazing women in their pursuit of justice. Women like Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, poet Amanda Gorman, and American diplomat Marie Yovanovitch. Through her painting, she found healing, she found hope, and she found a voice where she was able to express herself and celebrate women who are using their talent, energy, and platform to enact positive change in our world. With 17 portraits already completed, we're here to unveil the 18th. I know how excited we are to see it, but we have one more surprise.
Hi, I'm Julian Sear, and I'm so pleased to be here with all of you, albeit virtually, to celebrate Joe Hay, a local Provincetown artist and community member whose incredible work highlights women who, just like Joe, are trailblazers and changemakers. The Artist of the Year award honors a Cape-based artist whose work shapes thought, inspires change, and creates a deeper sense of connection in this community, in this special place. Joe's work recognizes people in our world who are making a difference for the greater good and serve as a beacon of hope and strength during these challenging and, yes, divisive times. Joe has used her art to help raise funds for a myriad of issues, most recently the Save the Children Ukraine Crisis Relief Fund by auctioning off an original painting and prints of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. And so far, Joe has raised over $5,000. Today, I'm pleased to present Joe with a citation from the Massachusetts State Senate. This citation recognizes and congratulates Joe for her vital work, her achievements, and her contributions to the arts in Massachusetts and here on Cape Cod. Massachusetts has among the oldest continually serving legislative body in the world. So with this citation, Joe's good work becomes part of the record and the history of this Commonwealth. Thank you for the opportunity to virtually present this citation to Joe. And thank you, Joe, for helping to bring creativity, beauty, inspiration to Cape Cod and the islands. Take care.
And so it is my pleasure to introduce Joe Hay, Artist of the Year for the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod.
I'm completely overwhelmed by that. That's absolutely beautiful. And I'll need my glasses to actually read it. It's stunning. And what, if I'd thought, I was about to say that this award from the Arts Foundation is a tremendous honor. This is also, I'm absolutely delighted and completely honored to be here in front of you guys, and that you all came to be with me too is just absolutely wonderful. Thank you very, very much indeed. That this series of work was recognized by the Arts Foundation is particularly meaningful to me. I truly did exactly as you guys have been describing. They were paintings that I made to sort of save myself initially, and they seemed to begin to help other people, which was just another wonderful part of making these paintings. So for them to be recognized by the Arts Foundation was unbelievable. And again, I'm truly honored to be here with you guys, and what a beautiful night. Thank you.
Stay up here. So I think this is the time for the big reveal, right, Amy?
Yes.
We'll make sure that this is wrapped back up and give it to you.
Please.
So, can I have Joe Carr and Lynn Mason Small from Rogers Gray join us? This is the right order, right, Amy? Is there going to be, as I stand right in front? I don't, do we need this?
Is there a drum roll?
Are we,
Is there anything?
Countdown.
A countdown. So you're gonna, there's a little bit of tape where you are.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So take it in, and we have a short process video. But take it in for a minute. And we're followed by the process video. We're going to do a quick Q&A. So if you have questions that you'd like to ask Joe, we'll take them in a few minutes. But take it in. It's amazing. I told you, Chris, it wasn't me.
I knew it wasn't you.
So why don't we play the process video?
I think one of the really interesting technical aspects of Jo's work is how it's not just one style. She's actually integrated a little bit of cubism, a little bit of modernism with realism. And when you're looking especially at the Persisters series, these portraits, these eyes, she has captured the eyes of these people to draw you right into the subject. And when you really see like how she puts these portraits together, it's not just, you know, painting a portrait, she's building, and it's almost like she's building little geometric shapes to create these portraits, and they're really quite wonderful.
I think for me, color is the foundation of everything. I'm very conscious of it. I don't have a real system of painting each painting. Like I don't go into it and say, I'm going to paint Jacqueline Kennedy in the way that I painted Elizabeth Warren or whatever. I'll start the painting and I'll follow really the way the color needs to work per portrait. The most difficult part for me was the dress, because I have to find a way to integrate something that's relatively flat and simple looking in the style in which I paint, which seems to be a little bit more vigorous, and there's movement in it. Probably spent the most time thinking about how I would make this dress work in order for it to look effortless. I definitely sort of went to town in the hair. That was a real, you know, very exciting to be able to sort of dig in and just push colours back and forwards, because I'm not always painting wet into wet, but in the hair I did a lot of wet into wet painting.
When I heard that Jo was named Artist of the Year, I recognize how many people are moved by this work and know that it's important and know it's a big deal. But to be recognized by peers, by colleagues, by people on the Cape, as a female artist and a local artist, you know, she is an artist of large scale, but she is of the Cape. You know, she lives here for a reason, and I think that contributes to how and why she paints and who she paints. She is Provincetown, and so for a Provincetown painter who has such a good soul and whose work is so important, but people's lives have been changed by the women she's painting. I'm really proud of her.
Time together. I'm going to have you stand next to your painting.
Okay.
We've had podcasts, panels, all kinds of things going on together. And so I have been a studio visit. And so we were talking about, you know, the first question everyone's going to ask her is, why Jacqueline Kennedy?
Well, it seemed actually very obvious to me. I was surprised that when I asked people who they thought I might be painting, they didn't ever guess her. But I wanted a connection with the Cape, and to me, she's the connection to the Cape and the arts, and it seemed like an absolute, as I said, just an obvious choice that felt really good. And when that happens, when it feels obvious, that's the one I feel I have to go for.
Mm-hmm. Questions? I have a bunch of questions, but anyone have a question that they want to? What is the, how do you know when you're done?
We're going to get into the sort of possible tedium of painting, but I feel a painting is done, or my painting is done, when I can travel across every area of it and feel satisfied with the paintwork. It may vary. Some of it may look as though it's collapsing, but it needs to be sort of intentionally collapsing, and some of it's resolving. That really is it. I feel like it's complete in every area when I feel that the paintwork is solid.
And what about? Oh, go ahead, Mike.
A question: is this portrait based on another picture, or was it a compilation of multiple pictures of her that you?
There were one or two that I looked at, and I also looked at some footage of it, and a lot of pictures of her eyes, particularly because often they are the things that I have the least, or I need the most reference material for, to make sure that they're really giving you the window into the soul, sort of thing. Thank you.
Why portraits?
Why portraits generally? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I mean, going back to as a child, I was always interested in faces as a child. My mother would say to me, as we stood in toy stores, pulling me away from toys, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm looking for the one with the lovely face. So I had this relationship with faces, I guess, throughout my life. And I just love the complexity of building the structure of the face, the many facets that there are. I feel that's my role, to be a portrait painter.
And I want to, this is the 35th First Lady of the United States. She was a champion of the arts and a staunch defender of activism, stating that we should all do something to right the wrongs that we see and not just complain about them. We owe that to our country. And I thought that was a great quote to share with you all, kind of as a part of being the Persisters, an extension of that. So we just thank you so much for this. And anybody you can actually see this. Oh, you have a question? Okay.
So it's such a large scale, Joe, like just working in that size. What made you decide to go big or go home? Because it's just amazing, and I'm just curious about that decision with size. I love it.
Well, this whole series has been the same size, and I went with that particular format because I feel like it's big enough for you not to feel like you're swinging your head left and right to take it all in, but it still slightly overwhelms you. And I wanted these women that I feel very moved by to be represented as largely as possible. Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what wall I'm going to put it on.
You're in. Well, this painting will be available. Thanks, Joe. Oh, yeah, you need to come up, actually, Joe.
I do?
Yeah. Joe has a special gift for the other Joe. We almost forgot.
This is my Prosecco that I make in Italy, in Veneto. And I wanted you to have this bottle.
Wow.
And I want you to enjoy it. And I will tell you a quick story. This theme of strong women, I was raised by strong women.
Thank you so much.
My grandmother worked in a tannery for 40 years, and I lived in her house. And my mother raised my twin sister and I to appreciate the arts. And my sister went on to study art history. And I married a woman who had 5 nieces. And I woke up one day and I said, I'm outnumbered and I'm outgunned. I'm surrounded by strong women. And this is an amazing work. And I know I've met some of you before in the past, and I'm so proud to have been involved in the Arts Foundation. And this is going to be the next great thing. So I can't wait to see you guys in June.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you very much.
So the painting will be available for auction on June 9th at the Hyannisport Country Club, and we hope to see you all there if you haven't bought tickets yet. So
And you'll be able to see it online.
you can start bidding tonight.
You can use that square on the back of your program, and tonight when I flip the switch, when I get back to the office, it will be up and
Start the bidding now.
absentee bidding before we go live. It is possible. So
Yep. You could put an absent bid.
no pressure, Joe.
I'm going out right now. I'm on
I
right now.
haven't flipped the switch yet.
No, I'm on right now.
Oh, nobody online could hear that, so why don't you repeat yourself? Is that what you guys are telling me?
So the painting will be available for viewing and absentee bidding on our platform. And when I get back to the office tonight, I will flip the switch. I couldn't do it yet because this painting was top secret. And now that it's unveiled, absentee bidding is available. It's easy to do. Just go to the website, and you can always call us at the Arts Foundation if you need help. And it goes live auction. You can watch for fun too, to watch the bidding war on June 9th if you just want to watch and not bid, or do both. It's available.
Bid high, bid often. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this special unveiling and the celebration of Joe Hay.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm completely blown away, overwhelmed, and what a lovely evening. Thank you very, very much.
so thanks everyone.
How about the new